All right. But it wasn't just me. All I did was lend my brilliant mind to the cause and take care of one part of the plan. Although, I'm not denying it would have fallen apart without me.
You got that right. You're amazing. But how did you go from
From a lifeless pile of scrap to looking like this?
Well, my mom was trying to put it a bit more gently, but yeah.
Where do I even start? Curse it all! Where am I? Did we do it? How much time has passed? I'm not in one of that lunatic's experimental labs, am I? Wait, Fontanian decor. Books from the Research Institute. Phew. One thing at a time. Initiate self-diagnostics. Assess the extent of the damage. Cut power to compromised, non-essential components. Then reconstruct available action modules. Severe damage to the core. Dottore, you bastard. Polonia? Polonia, wake up! Activate! You're in even worse shape than me. Internal gears and energy circuits are barely intact. Extreme damage to the core, just like me. Rebooting is off the table. Even if I could repair the damage, I don't know if... You used up all your critical energy in those final moments, didn't you? To protect the core of that guy in the hat, and the numerological array. Wait, the array. Yes! The prototype is still here. But can I even run it in this state? Whatever. I have to try. I just need to confirm one thing. Activate the numerological array. Connect the computing core to my body. like I thought. It needs too much computing power. Cut off power supply to all functions except the thinking module. Please, I just need to ask one question. Initiate query regarding the 3 moon sisters. How many living moon goddesses are there in possession of the Trilunar Authority? One. It worked. You did it, Columbina. You made it back. But how did I survive? The self-diagnostics showed damage severe enough to shut me down for good. What triggered the reboot? A built-in message, only visible after a core reboot. The final gift. Lynn! Were you the one who gave me the second chance? But why now? What activated it? What is that? A vision? Wait, no. It's a stellar linchpin?
A stellar linchpin? What's that?
You can think of it as a rare kind of vision. As for what causes one to manifest, well, that's still unknown. But in Snezhnaya, or in Afatui's research at least, it's believed to have some connection to the third descender.
The third descender? We knew his remains were used to create the Gnosis, but this is the first we're hearing about a stellar linchpin.
You knew about the remains? Right, of course. Look who I'm talking to. Yes, the Heavenly Principles used the remains of the third descender to create the 7 Gnosis as a means to consolidate the Archon system. Visions result from that same system, so extrapolating from there, it's clear that the manifestation of a vision is also, to some extent, related to the third descender. Still following? For those that wield them, visions serve as a means to channel elemental power. The same is true of stellar linchpins. The difference is that, when wielding elemental energy, stellar linchpin users often exhibit a unique kind of power that seems to come from beyond to that. It's believed that, when a stellar linchpin manifests, impurities from the remains of the third descender get fixed in place. Hence, the name. That's also believed to be the source of the strange power I just mentioned.
We've heard that visions can appear when someone has a really strong wish or desire. Stellar linchpins sound kind of similar, so does that mean...
Huh? Oh, don't look at me like that. I've never had any grand wishes or aspirations. Just a list of things that drive me up the wall. So if you're asking why this thing appeared, I have no clue. All I know is that without it, the gift Elen left me, this built-in second chance never would have triggered. The damage to my core was too severe. But thanks to the stellar linchpin's manifestation, it did trigger, and after my core rebooted, I was able to repair the damage to my body. I also managed to import the numerological array, along with some of Polonia's surviving algorithms, into this form.
Wait, does that mean Polonia is...
Yes. Unfortunately, Polonia is... beyond repair.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear that. But you also mentioned something about a final gift?
Yes. Elen often spoke to me about wishes and desires when he was alive. I suppose he thought there might come a day when I wished for something, and was willing to sacrifice my own life to fulfill it. So he left me a chance to start over. No, never. Elen once said I was his proudest masterpiece. That might sound boastful coming from me, but it's also an undeniable fact. After Elen died, I started studying how Polonia and I worked. Polonia is essentially a computational machine, so it wasn't difficult to figure out the mechanical principles there. But when it came to my own structure, that's when Elen, the Lord Artificer's true greatness, struck me once again. I attempted to imitate it when I created Catherine, but in the end, she turned out to be nothing more than a superficial replica.
What? But his creation skill, Catherine, is super impressive. We were shocked when we first found out she was a puppet.
No, she's nothing compared to what Elen was able to create. Some of the mechanical principles of my own core are still a complete mystery to me. Keeping that gift hidden wasn't even a challenge for him. Just a shame I had to waste it on fighting Dottore. I just couldn't stand the thought of him coming out on top. If you put it that way, the world owes me a whole lot then, doesn't it?
Wait, but all this still doesn't explain what you're doing here. Risley said you rented the ship and even had some kind of fishing permit?
That's because I'm trying to go back to the place Elen and I lived when he was alive. My former home, I suppose you could say. The second chance wasn't the only part of the gift. According to the message, Elen left me a few other things that are stored in the house we shared together. I'm hoping that whatever he left me can help fix certain anomalies in my rebooted core, and help me understand why I received a stellar linchpin in the first place.
Okay, so go back then. What does that have to do with fishing?
And to think I'm talking to the saviors of Fontaine. Did you forget that the water levels have been rising for centuries? I can't just go back to the place I used to live because now it's underwater.
Oh, right.
With the rising water levels and changes in terrain, it's not just a matter of finding where it is, but also clearing away any sediment or debris. But Fontaine law prohibits unauthorized individuals and organizations from excavating underwater ruins. A melazine caught me the minute I even made an attempt.
Why not apply for authorization then?
And face the endless slog of Fontanian bureaucracy. No thanks. Besides, I'm a Fatui harbinger. The diplomatic implications alone would be enough to give the gestionnaires at the Palais Mermonia a headache. A fishing permit, on the other hand, isn't difficult to obtain at all. Minimal paperwork required, and under the name Guillotin, the application was a cinch.
So you're exploiting a legal loophole?
Am I? That underwater home belongs to me. If I happen to chance upon it while doing some fishing, what's the issue with that? Of course, I do have to catch some fish to put in the aquarium, just in case the gestionnaires come to check up on things. That's also the reason I hired someone to man the front desk.
Huh? But isn't that kind of a waste? He went to all the trouble of getting a business license and rented out this giant ship. Just for show?
If you want to run an aquarium that bad, be my guest. Use the facilities however you want. I'm certainly not going to stop you. All I want is to go back home and see what other gifts Alen wanted me to inherit. Hold on. Enough about me. What are you two even doing here?
Seriously? They've been in there forever. The reaction when they saw each other was strange, to say the least. They're lucky I was nice enough to leave the room and give them some space. Back in the Masters of the Nightwind, I'm the one who gets to kick people out. I just want to know what they're talking about. Should I cast a little eavesdropping spell? No, what am I thinking? I'm Granny Eastley, the great shaman of the Masters of the Nightwind. I can't do something like that. This is just ridiculous. Making me wait out here for so long? Where's their respect for their elders?
Here they are!
Were you back there arguing or something? What took you so long?
The two of you are already acquainted with Miss Guillotin, then?
Oh, yep. But don't worry, we got everything sorted. Sanjurne agreed to let us shoot on the ship, but it has to be when she's not here.
When she's not here?
That's right.
You'll excuse me if I didn't exactly ask for this little reunion. I wasn't planning on seeing anyone. Like I said, my core is severely damaged. Even with the gift, there are anomalies that are making things unstable. I don't even know if I can continue to function without issues. So the priority is to fix these anomalies and get answers to my own questions. Then I can see the people that need seeing.
Anyway, just let Sandrone know when you plan to film Xavier, and she'll, steer clear.
I do hope I'm not causing Miss Guillotin too much trouble.
No! She just wants to keep a low profile for her own, complicated reasons. She doesn't want anyone else to know she's here.
Understood. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Oh, and see Lolly?
Huh? You mean Miss Guillotin? What does she want? Oh, please don't let it be about the pajamas. What? The 7th of the Fatui Harbingers? Why are you telling me all this?
I asked the Traveler about you, and I've decided it's best to be open in this instance. I can understand if you would rather not work for a Harbinger. Regardless, the room on the ship is yours to keep. You're an acquaintance of the Traveler, and I plan to honor that.
Wait, she's actually nice? It's not a problem. The captain also worked for the Fatui, and he helped Natlan a great deal. We know that there are good people among your ranks. Besides, I've been around long enough to know what it means to earn one's keep. This isn't Natlan, and I don't expect special treatment. Besides, sitting at a desk isn't exactly back-breaking work.
I appreciate that perspective, Great Shaman.
Seat Lolly. Just call me Seat Lolly. That title makes me sound so... old.
Well, Seat Lolly, the Traveler and I are looking for something, so we'll be heading underwater together soon. I'll leave the ship in your care while we're gone.